we have Anderson Valley's Winter Solstice Seasonal Ale. All right. We are also fortunate to be joined today by all drinkers of the Keg Tap. First, we have Juan. Hey, what's up, Juan?
What up?
He does not have video, so all you're seeing is that cool picture. Next, we have Jacob. Jacob, can you hear us? I guess not. All right. Next, we have Jason. Jason C. Jason Cintron. Last, we also have Jason M., which is Jason McGew.
Cheers.
And lastly, we have Rob Hollis.
What's up?
All right, so this is our first ever nationwide collaboration, beer tasting collaboration. As some of you may know, some of you might not. A lot of us are spread out. Juan is in Portland. Jacob is in Texas, and then the rest of us are in Jersey. So we wanted to try and get a nationwide tasting today and put everything together. One beer that we can all try and all get within our region. Jacob was fortunate enough to secure one from a local bar and finagle one out the door. So thank you very much, Jacob, for taking that extra step there and going with that. So thank you. All right. So we're gonna get this popped open. So guys, if you got them, pour them. There goes mine. Looks damn good.
Got a nice 1.5 head.
Yes, it does. Pours a nice brown, like a light brown color, very clear, like a tan head. Does anybody have carbonation coming off their bottom?
I got a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
Just a couple bubbles.
Yeah, I got a little bit. It's hardly any. I mean, I've seen beers with a lot more carbonation than that, but you know, it is what it is. It's just a light brown. Looks like a nice brown ale. Is this classified as a brown ale? No. Okay. Anyway, winter warmer. All right. So, all right, guys. So there goes the appearance. Let's go ahead and put it up to our nose and see what we come up with.
That smells good.
Spices.
Yep.
That's an interesting smell. It smells like a bready maltiness with some spices in there. What do you think, Jason Cintron? Jason, I can't hear you, brother. All right, Jason McGew, what do you think?
Kind of getting a.
Oh, my bad.
It's like the dark fruit, like the dark cherry or plum aroma a little bit. And that dark roasted malt or whatever. Not the burnt malt, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I definitely taste a roasted malt in it. What about you, Rob?
We're still on smell?
Yeah.
Smells like a typical Christmas beer to me. I smell spices. Not sure which ones yet, but looking forward to tasting it.
All right, Mr. Portland, what's up? What do you think of the smell?
It smells nice. You know, it has a nice head as well. We have two different kind of glasses here. You know, Phil's kind of drinking at the same time. And depending on the glass, we see a lot more carbonation bubbles. Overall, the smell's all right. I wish it was a little bit more pungent, but overall, it's all right.
What about you, Jacob?
The smell on this end is pretty good. Kind of a little citrus smell. I guess typical of winter ale.
Yeah. So we're all smelling those the spices. We all smell the malts in there. Yeah, and that's that's all you really get from. I predominantly smell because I drank so many winter beers this winter. I'm getting more of the roasted malts versus the spices. I mean, you can smell the spices, but for those that don't like or haven't had much of them, I guess you can that really shines for you. So.
Is anybody getting any kind of fruitiness out of that, like dark fruit at all?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, just want to make sure I'm alone.
Yeah, it has like that dark fruit smell like you get in those doubles, those Belgian doubles or Belgian darks or whatever. All right. So let's go ahead and before we do that, score time. All right, 1 to 5. What would you rate the smell? Let's start with we'll start with wine.
1 being the best,
Yes, sir. 5 being the best smelling beer you ever had.
I'd go about 3.
All right. What about you, Jacob?
3.5.
3.5 with a decimal point. All right. Jason, C.
No, I'll keep it simple. 3.
McGew.
I got to go somewhere between 3.5 and 4. Somewhere near. I like the smell.
So you're gonna go 3.5? I'm gonna put you down for 3.5.
I'm gonna go 3.5.
All right, Rob.
I'm going 3.
3.
Straight out
All right. I also give that a 3. All right. So next is the big reveal, the taste. All right. So let's go ahead and cheers.
Wow.
Alright.
Wow. That's very different than I thought it'd be. All right. Let's start with Juan. What do you think, man? Juan?
With who?
Let's start with you, Juan. What do you think of the taste?
Okay. Actually, I'm disappointed. It's kind of flat. It's not bold, and the finish. To tell you the truth, the finish sucks. It just goes away. It's like it's like diluted Kool-Aid or something. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say this is a 5, and I'm gonna go beyond that. I'm gonna say this is a 10. If we can, but I'm kind of disappointed.
On a scale of 1 to 5, you're giving this a 10?
Yeah. I don't like it at all. I like the maybe it's just because of my palate. I like the bold, stronger beers, and this thing is it's so flat. You know what I'm saying?
That's a smack.
I'm gonna stop.
Damn.
Don't feel that. How you feel?
So what you mean like it's horrible? You mean it's the 1?
Or a 0.
So I guess you don't like it, right? Is that what you're saying?
And plus, it's from California, so I ain't gonna go there.
Yo, tell us how you really feel.
That's what we're here for, to judge these beers,
It's almost as bad as Texas beer.
and it's been judged.
Oh!
Oh, whoa.
Oh,
All right,
Good Texas beer.
let's move it on down the line. Jacob, what do you think?
All right. To consider before I taste was the weather outside. Pretty hot down here, 72 degrees. The temperature.
All right, looks like we lost
You freeze?
Jacob. I think so. All right, let's move on. Till he comes back to Jason to drunk.
Oh, definitely. I get some nutmeg, maybe a little bit of vanilla. You can definitely taste a little bit of the malt, but it's somewhat flat. Maybe a little disappointed in it actually. And maybe it tastes a little bit also like a cream soda.
A cream soda.
Yeah, you know what? I'm getting that too.
It tastes a little bit like a cream soda.
All right, you're back, Jacob.
Move on down the line.
All right, so Jason, McGill, what's up? What do you think? What are your thoughts?
The taste is kind of muted, you know? I mean, I was expecting more, judging by the aroma. You get a little bit of kind of bready, caramel, whatever, but, and maybe kind of a, like Jay was saying, the vanilla, like a little bit of a cream in the finish. But like Juan said, there's no boldness to it. It's kind of, I'm looking at this, and it's over 6%. It's almost 7% alcohol, and I'm really not getting anything. I mean, the flavor, like I said, is kind of muted, especially compared to the aroma. And I don't know, it just doesn't really give me anything. I'm halfway through this thing, and I'm just starting to feel a tiny little bit of warmth. I don't know.
All right, Rob, what are your thoughts, man?
I can't disagree with what you guys are saying. I think the lack of boldness is probably the right term. There's just, there's really nothing to it. For Christmas ale, you come to expect more spices, more power. Christmas ales a lot of time are sometimes overly done. But this almost tastes like a lager, honestly. It's weak. It's like watered down. I don't even feel like it's a Christmas ale. It feels like a mass-produced brew to me. It seems like a Budweiser's attempt at a Christmas ale.
Oh,
dang.
That's my opinion. Although I wouldn't go as far as giving it like a 15 or something. I mean, there's a little bit of stuff.
All right, Jacob, let's double on back to you. Okay, he just went out. All right. So Jason, Cintron, what would you give this? 1 to 5, 5 being the best, 1 being the worst.
I'll give it another 3.
Jason, McHugh.
Yeah, middle of the road. 3's good.
Rob?
I'm going to give it a 4.
Out of 5?
Yeah, 5 being the worst, right?
So
No,
5 being the best.
5 being the best.
All right, my bad. 2. I got
And why? What, are you still sticking to your 10?
Oh, I'm still recovering from this beer. I had some burrs too. I started drinking burrs, and I already moved on. No, I'm just joking. I thought earlier you said 1 was the worst, but not 5 is the worst.
No, 1 is the worst, 5 is the best.
Okay, 1. I'm gonna give it a net -10.
I'm gonna put you down for a 1 because there is no -10.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
All right. I'm gonna give myself a 2. Jacob, are you finally with us?
Yeah, I think so. I think I'd give it probably yeah.
What was that? You cut out.
Leaving us hanging, man. I'm in suspense.
We got some fingers.
He's gonna give it the big rah.
He's going to give it a 1.
Damn it, I gotta edit that out. Jacob, so what do you think? Well, what number? Give me a number. I didn't get that before.
I'd give it a 3. I think it wasn't one of the best, but I think they tried, so I give them credit.
Something that I'm really noticing is that no offense, but the West Coast doesn't do winter warmers well. Every time I drink a winter warmer from the West Coast, I'm very disappointed. Yeah, I know, Juan, you like the Sierra Nevada the celebration. I thought it was a little hoppy for winter warmer. But yeah, I had 5 golden rings a couple of weeks ago in a review. I hated that too. I shouldn't say I hated it. I really didn't like it. So this West Coast, East Coast thing, man. I think I know where East Coast stands. We got the winter warmers down. You guys got the IPAs down.
Jacob's back.
May not have had.
You know, that may be true, and I really am not a big fan of seasonal, so I haven't really tasted a lot, probably as much as you guys. One of the reasons may be that the East Coast is always cold. You guys always have snow, and over here we're just wet, you know, like our women. So, you know, that's where the IPAs come in. That's why we need strong beer, because, you know, we're taking care of business. And you guys over there are stuck in your houses shoveling snows or dealing with hurricanes and shit.
Hey, man, it's cold as Portland right now. Don't lie.
It's cold, but it's barbecue weather for the Northwest.
Yeah, we're still barbecuing.
We don't give a fuck if there's snow out there. We'll pull out whatever beer we'll barbecue.
All right, so let's okay. So overall appearance. Excuse me, overall score in the beer. What I have here, I'm just gonna run down what you guys saw overall the beer, including the smell, the taste, and the appearance. And you just give me an overall, just a little, little thing about it, and an overall score. So again, 1 being the worst, 5 being the best. We'll start off with Juan. And tell us what you really think, Juan. Don't hold back.
Well, I think I pretty much already said what my opinion about this beer. I think the only thing that I really liked about it was the pour and the presentation. The head and the color was pretty good. Because it was just like a dark copper. It led me to believe that I was going to taste this nice, bold beer, but it was just so kind of disappointing, kind of
domestic.
Yeah, I just didn't really hit it. So I think overall, I'm going to give it a 2.
Alrighty. Now next we have Jacob's not here anymore. Okay, so Jason, Cintron.
Well, overall, I think it's just more or less like average winter warmer, based on color, taste. I think it's really lacking on the spices that you usually get with winter warmers.
Yeah.
Mouthfeel somewhat flat. So overall, I'll give it a 3.
All right, McHugh, Jason.
I was reading the back of the label, and they talked about how they wanted to add warmth, as in keeping with the season. I'm not really getting any warmth out of this. It's like I said, the flavors are kind of muted. It's got a kind of a smooth, creamy mouthfeel, but that's about all it's got going for it. I'll be honest with you. The flavor's kind of underwhelming. At best, 3.
At best, a 3.
Yeah, it's just middle of the road for me. It's not really. Yeah.
All right, Rob.
I'd say that pretty disappointed overall. It might be seasonal, but I think they chose the wrong season. I got a little mixed up there. But like you said, I think other folks said it best too. There's missing some warmth, missing those spices, missing that boldness. I did like the color as well in the pour, so I give them that. But once you put it to your mouth, it's just not what you'd expect. So I give it a 2.
Oh.
All right, Jacob. We're giving an overall verdict on this beer, just a little summary of what we thought about it, and just a 1 to 5 rating. 1 being the worst, 5 being the best. So you can chime in anytime you want, Jacob.
Okay, I think it is a typical winter beer. I have to agree with the being the best. So I guess overall 3.0 or 3.
All right. So what I'm getting from this guy, what was that?
I see her over Rob's shoulder. She's waving at us.
So what I'm getting overall, guys, is that we pretty much didn't like this, and we can all say that we pretty much didn't think this was a great beer. Not to say that we didn't like it, well, except for Juan. but we just didn't think it was a great beer. It was just okay, and it wasn't anything special. And what it deceived us, so to speak, in that it gave us a good pour, good head, nice color, dark copper, as Juan said. But once you got it in your mouth, it was just disappointed. You didn't taste those spices. It was kind of, for some of you guys, it was kind of flat, and it was just underwhelming for most of you guys. I just want to know who has bottle, who has keg.
I have bottles.
Jacob, I got can, and that really makes a big difference, I think.
What about you, Juan? What do you have, a can or a bottle? Juan? All right. Rob, you got a bottle?
Yeah, I got a bottle. I don't know if you can see. There you go.
Yeah. Cool. Well, all right. Well, let me just.
Final tally?
Yeah, I gotta get a tally.
Final tally. Don't quit your day job.
I know. Whoa. Anderson Valley makes a good oatmeal stout. It says
Yes, they do.
Marty Flax.
Keep doing what you're good at.
Yeah, I guess, right? So this is the scores as of now. I don't know if you guys can see this. Let's see.
All right.
Okay, is it backwards for you
I still
guys?
see Rob on the screen.
All right. Anyway, okay. So out of the 5 guys, we all agreed that this is just an okay beer. And it looks from the looks of it here, Juan was kind of the other end of the bell curve, on the low end. So I would say if just looking at this and going through the math, there's a lot of 2s, there's a lot of 3s, and there's just 1. There's a 1 from Juan. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that we all agree that this is about a 3 beer, and 5 being the best, this just being in the middle of the road. So I would say between 2.5 and 3, in terms of the winter warmers, anyway. And it just gave us a good head, a nice pour, just nice color presentation, and it just underwhelmed us with the taste. Lacked the spices. It was very, for some of you, like I was saying, it was very flat. And I guess maybe that it was attributed to the can versus the bottle. I'm not sure. But I had mine in bottle, and there was hardly any carbonation or anything going on there either. Had a nice head on it, but that's really all it was about. So I'm gonna go ahead and score this as a 275, which would be like a C, I guess, for winter warmers. Now I'm a little disappointed because I was looking around at some of the review sites, and the review sites gave this beer very high marks, and I don't know who's reviewing this now. Now that I look at that review, but I too want to say that this is not something that I would ever purchase again. And I have a 6-pack for any guys in Jersey. If you guys want to come over and grab them, feel free. I have a whole 6-pack going there. So,
Hey, free beer, why not?
hey, it's it's almost 7% there. So have a couple.
It's good for winter beer pong.
Yes.
There you go. There you have it. All right. Anybody want to give some last words before we end this beer review?
I'm good.
We should have went with the bird.
We should have, but I couldn't find it, man.
What?
Serious. I know you're probably in Portland over there. It's probably all over the place.
That's because you live on the East Coast.
Yeah.
The best coast.
They don't know about beer. They don't know about beer, bro.
It's the least coast.
Oh, no. We get the bourbon version here.
We on the best coast, y'all on the least coast.
We're not gonna go there. All right. Well. Anyway, well, thanks guys. Thanks guys for participating in this. I look forward to another one. Hopefully we can get another one going sometime soon. And
Very nice.
yeah, so yeah, hopefully we get this going again soon, and just hopefully this is not the last one that we do. So until next time, guys. Cheers.
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 Cheers, brothers.
Salud.
Cheers.
Merry Christmas.
Happy Hanukkah.
Yeah, that's right.
Happy Festivus.
Have a banging Kwanzaa.
Yeah.